Welcome back. Wildlife officials on both sides of the lake say treatments to control the spread of sea lamprey are working. But while the efforts appear to be solving one problem, our conservation correspondent Bridget Butler explains they could be creating another.
After 8 years of managing the impacts of sea lamprey in Lake Champlain, both the number and size of fish like lake trout and salmon are increasing.
It hasn't been until about this year where we've really started to see both the number of lamprey go down and the number of salmon and trout increase as well.
Good signs, because that means most of those fish are thriving again after struggling against the sea lamprey that feed off them. Although believed to be a native species, lamprey are a nuisance for many fish in the lake, including the endangered lake sturgeon. Fisheries biologist Bradley Young says they're using two methods of control.
Physical control and chemical control. Physical control is blocking of spawners. We prevent the adults from reaching spawning grounds, therefore they can't reproduce, and we don't get more lamprey in the rivers that become parasites eventually. The other form is chemical control, where we go in and we actually put in a lampricide, which selectively kills lamprey in the rivers.
But what is good news for lake fish is bad news for some other species exposed to the chemical treatments. After the October 2009 lampricide treatment here on the Lamoille River, biologists not only found dead sea lamprey, but they also found over 500 dead salamanders called mud puppies. In a November report, the Reptile and Amphibian Advisory Group noted the mud puppy deaths and warned that continued use of lampricide could pose a serious threat to the salamander's population. Young says the number of deaths were unexpected, and they are studying the situation to find out what happened.
We can't stop the program. It needs to continue to keep this level down. It'll take time for our populations to adjust to one another.
For Echo and News Channel 5, I'm conservation correspondent Bridget Butler.
Now, your Weather Plus forecast and Storm Tracker 5000.
You're doing some good work out on the lake there.
Boy, I guess. Good stuff. I love having